Good morning, Dubai. We love to be the bearers of good news. Dubai proposes remote work to ease traffic. We also spoke about the Garn Al Sabkha road has been renamed and a PSA to all drivers about headlights. If you don't know it, like me, we urge you to take a listen.
And if you have missed the episode, we go in podcast forms. So subscribe to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast wherever you get your podcast from and enjoy.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. And what a morning to wake up to some amazing news. Dubai is proposing remote working to ease traffic.
As well, Garn Al Sabkha has been renamed.
We're talking all about COP29. Two Emiratis are representing the UAE at the Global Climate Conference.
And as well, umbrellas at the ready. The rain is coming, of course, of the musical variety that it is.
We're so exciting. And also a PSA to all drivers about using your headlights.
And as well, in today's rapid weather report, it's highs of 32 degrees with humidity at 85%.
Before we get into all of that, I nearly cried when I saw this video. It's a story going viral, millions of views across TikTok about a bride. She entered her wedding venue, a masquerade ball that she'd been planning and talking about for 10 months, to find that
Almost no one is there.
Had shown up.
That is actually heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking, you know. But if you I don't know. I mean, I can look at the shock from her face and her husband's face. It's very sad. Probably people promised to come and maybe did not show up. Last minute, they're like, fine, you know what, I don't want to go. They're probably bailed.
Well, yeah, I'll run through the details. So she basically said she planned this masquerade ball. You can see it's a beautiful lit venue. And I'll take tips here, because she said she sent out 75 digital invites, and then she paid more money to send out 25 invitations. So 75 plus 25 is 100. And she planned the venue for 40 people. But I guess there was no RSVP system, which you should have.
I think... look, I would like to think of it in a way if I sent out invitations and then I sent out other invitations again, then for sure maybe people did not reply from the first time, so she had to send out other invitations.
Well, I think she sent out 25 of the fancier invitations to nearest to dearest, and then 75 more, and then she got a venue for 40.
Well, you know what? I think people bailed. And maybe she did, of course, expect a response from people who bailed. And maybe people were like, oh yeah, for sure we're going to be coming to your party. 100% we're going to be coming. And we're going to be dressed up as ABC. Oh, you never know.
Horrific, if that was the case.
And then, clearly, no one showed up.
Yeah.
So, it's very sad. It's heartbreaking. Because I've heard a lot of stories like that, personally, on a personal level.
What happens to RSVP?
I don't know, but because I'm only saying that probably people maybe bailed last minute, because I remember when I was younger, there was a girl at school that had a party, and a lot of people did respond saying that they're going to be coming. And I went there and literally none showed up, which is very sad, you know, and that's I'm just assuming that people, you know,
if
chose
you
not
get
to
an invite, honor it, especially for a wedding. And if you can't honor it, send a message 100%. And let them know, because that is cruel. Kaylin, you looked beautiful, by the way. Your dress is stunning. Masquerade theme is stunning. And it looks like, because it's gone viral, that people want to recreate the wedding.
I mean, it's very sad, again. However, for sure, I think maybe people should, if you get an invitation, you should go, even if it's for an hour, you know?
Yeah, go. I mean, you should go 100% honor it.
For an hour.
Yeah.
If you don't
but if you can't, honor it.
If you can't, you know, out of respect, you go hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to come. The text message is going to take you a minute.
Exactly. Honor it if you can, and if you can't, send a message. 8:34 on this beautiful morning. Let's jump into the news. that we have been manifesting for years.
Well, of course, something that we do not honor, which is traffic. Dubai is proposing remote work to ease traffic, to improve road efficiency and enhance the quality of life for residents. The city is recommending an expansion of remote work and flexible working hour policies following the results of 2 comprehensive surveys. Now, the Dubai government is urging both public and private sector organizations to adopt flexible work practices, helping to reduce traffic while maintaining business productivity.
So 2 surveys. You may actually have responded to one. It was done by the RTA months ago. I know I certainly did. And also Dubai Government Human Resources Department. They examined the current state of remote and flexible working in the workplace. So what we currently have on offer in the UAE, businesses, public and private. The findings suggest that the shift towards more adaptable work schedules could lead to a significant traffic improvement.
Well, to put it in perspective, if just 20% of employees worked remotely, traffic on major roads like Sheikh Zayed Road could decrease by nearly 10%, while Al Khail Road could see an 8.4% reduction. And of course, these changes could transform the daily commute for many residents, creating smoother traffic flow.
And those are the 3 words that are music to our ears. Matar Al-Tayr, Commissioner General for the Infrastructure, Urban Planning and Wellbeing Pillar, and Abdullah Ali bin Zayed Al Falasi, Director General of the DGHR, held a meeting to discuss the results and the next steps in promoting these practices.
He said, remote work and flexible working hours are among the traffic demand management policies aimed at achieving balance and integration in the transport system by reducing or redistributing demand across time and place while promoting sustainable transport options. Let me tell you, I was on my way to work today and I had seen a lane that was heading towards Dubai Media City, Dubai Internet City, Jabal Ali, and the traffic. I felt so bad. I wanted to cry for them.
What time was that?
It was like at 7:20, 7:15-ish. I was like, there is no way someone can be stuck in this traffic every single day and feel okay and motivated to go to work.
Yeah, well, it's a real tricky one. It's just really interesting to see the government making this recommendation to public and private sector. Now, we don't know if more information is going to come out based on more clear guidelines for policies, or this is the review, these are the findings, and they're basically saying, look, public and private sector, it's impossible on the roads at the moment, and if we all make a collective effort to introduce flexi working, which is start your day +2 or minus 2 hours, beginning and end, and remote working. They're not saying remote working every day. They're saying remote working 4 or 5 days in a month. That will reduce traffic by 30% across the country. It'll be really interesting to see how this plays out in the private sector.
100%. And I think, you know what, maybe like companies should create like a rota between employees. Because like if everyone is going to get the chance to work from home, everyone's going to be actually working from home, and not many will be on site. However, like if there's like a rota, like 2 days, this person A can work from home, and in another other 2 days, person B can work from home.
That would definitely make sense. And then we did a simple survey, because the question is, it's up to private sectors. They're encouraged to adapt the policies, but will they or won't they? So we asked our WhatsApp audience, by the way, if you want to join our WhatsApp account, it's rather fun. Will your office introduce flexi working? Half say we already have it. 9 say fingers crossed, and the other half say not a hope.
I mean,
those numbers
maybe,
are early days. I literally posted it like 5 minutes ago. That's why.
For the not a hope, I think maybe because like they need to be on site.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like some jobs require you to be here. You know what I mean? Like imagine like we're working from home. Like how would we present the show? Like, oh, hi Casey.
Zoom calls, back to COVID days.
No, I don't want to go back to COVID days. That's like horrible. That is a different era that I don't want to even remember. But you know, like if like you are like your work is via a
You're laptop. A pilot.
Oh, I don't think. Can you do that? I don't think.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can't. Exactly. A pilot you can't.
Right.
But if you're like working from like a laptop, I think you can, maybe like talk to your boss about the possibility of working from home.
Let's see what comes from this. Really interesting findings. It would just be interesting to see how the city would then shift, because if it's a whole city-wide policy, you have less emphasis on central business districts, property prices in different areas will rise. But speaking of traffic, it brings us into our next story. Garn Al Sabkha has been renamed. Keep an eye out for the new signs. The well-known busy street has been renamed. So first, Alfred took over a metro station. You got used to that. And now this Garn Al Sabkha is now called Al Jamail Street.
Al Jamail Street.
Al Jamail Street. Is that it? Al Jamail Street? Okay. And the new Al Jamail Street development project includes the construction of 4 bridges with a capacity of 17,600 vehicles per hour.
Well, we know that Dubai traffic improvements just keep coming, and the journey time from Al Jamail Street to MBZ Road towards Al Qusais will be reduced by 40% and by 70% from MBZ Road onto Yalayis Street towards Jabal Ali Port. I think I love how the UAE is like very aware of fact that there's a lot of traffic.
People are sitting in cars.
People sitting in cars, and they are maybe working harder for the comfort of the people sitting in cars.
Yesterday we announced, 5 major road improvements, billions of dirham going into improving traffic on all levels, coinciding with the announcement to make our lives better of suggested work from home and flexi working hours, all to make traffic a little bit easier. So thank you, RTA, for the major work that you're doing. We know for everyone traffic is a massive pain point, but we also know that people are working hard day and night to rid it from our roads. Let's jump into the next story. We're talking climate action.
Well, 2 Emiratis are to represent UAE at Global COP Climate Conference. 2 Emirati students, which is, I love that, are about to make their mark on the world stage as they represent the UAE at the upcoming Global Climate Change Conference, COP, where would leaders and experts gather to discuss urgent solutions to one of the most pressing challenges of our time, which is, of course, climate change.
So, first of all, there's Hamid Al-Bastaki and Reem Al-Mansouri, 2 passionate young leaders whose innovative work and dedication to sustainability and inspiring change across the globe. Al-Bastaki, who is an engineer with a vision for a sustainable future, has blended his technical expertise with his passion for environmental impact. Now, Orion AI uses artificial intelligence to guide businesses to adopt sustainable practices, basically helping them address challenges while reducing their environmental footprint. So if you're a business and you want sustainable practices, he is the man to turn to.
And on the other hand, Reem Al-Mansouri, a graduate of Zayed University, has been at the forefront of climate education and policy. As a CNN fellow and peer educator with the International Renewable Energy Agency, she made it her mission to educate and inspire the next generation of climate leaders. And of course, as well as the UAE prepares to send these remarkable young leaders to COP, their contributions are a reminder of the power of innovation, education, and a shared commitment to sustainability. And I want you to share the information that you told me that Gen Alpha are a mix of millennials and...
So before the show we were chatting about Gen Alpha. They are predominantly the kids of millennials, and they are going to be the generation that is more aware of climate action. But then beyond from that, they're also going to be, because the millennials and the Gen Alpha are going to be the biggest group of generations. So they will have like the most spending power, and brands and stuff will look mainly at them. But Gen Alpha, if you thought you cared about climate change, you wait for those 10, 11-year-olds who are shopping at Sephora to come along waving the flag, because they're going to care about their kids' lives more than we do, apparently.
I think,
which I hope so, because there's so much to do on the climate front.
I think actually, Casey, is that when you mentioned Gen Alpha and millennials, I thought, all I can think in my head is, what a powerful combination. You know what I mean? It's a powerful combination because, like, I have mad respect for millennials. I think, you know, they have a lot of ethics. They stand by their ethics and by traditions, and the list goes on and on. And then there's like Gen Alpha, which you think, oh my God, they are like the complete opposite. They, as you said, they are the children of millennials, and I think that mixture is beautiful because I see it now. You know, like between like parents who are millennials and Gen Alpha, I'm like, that's an interesting combination. I like that.
We're going to be an incredibly woke future of generations ahead of us. Let's jump in. We want to talk about headlights and why you should keep your headlights on. So let's just jump into our next story. This is a PSA to all drivers in Dubai that you should be using your headlights when you're driving. Actually, we're going to jump onto that in a little bit. Because first I want to talk about a fun event. Apologies for that. That's coming to the UAE. You need your umbrellas at the ready. The rain is coming. Yes, the rain is coming. But luckily, it's not as you know it. The heavens will open at Dubai Opera with live rain on stage as we step back in time with the feel-good classic movie Singing in the Rain coming to Dubai Opera from the 30th of November to the 14th of December.
Now, this season's must-see musical brings the magic of Hollywood's golden era to Dubai with romance, iconic songs like Good Morning and Singing in the Rain, and real rain showers on stage. Wow.
The show offers dazzling performances, nostalgic charm as Don Lockwood's story unfolds with love, dreams and classic Hollywood drama, and there's even a front row splash zone, so it's literally going to be raining at Dubai Opera. Tickets start at 340 dirham. Get yours now on Platinum List. Oh, I love a musical. So you'll have like Singing in the Rain, Good Morning, Make 'Em Laugh, like all those famous show tunes on stage.
You know what? Actually, I've always wanted to watch a musical, and I was like just like thinking like, no, that would be the perfect musical for me to go to because I have never attended an actual live musical, and thinking of that, I want to ask you, do you know the song? Any song? Good Morning.
Singing in the Rain. This one.
Sing it for us.
I'm not going to sing it for you, but the thing is, I know this song so well, Make 'Em Laugh, but I have to say, I hadn't seen the movie. I didn't know the storyline, so I looked into it a little bit. So it comes from the 1920s Hollywood classic, and it was when silent movies were becoming talkies. So when they were starting to speak in movies, and you see the story of Don Lockwood, who was Gene Kelly, and his goofy best friend Cosmo, and a talented movie actress Kathy, and they're navigating moving into the talking era. But the problem is, although Lena has a beautiful voice, it's anything but charming. So I think they're kind of like the songs kind of establish that, but they come up with clever and hilarious ways to adapt, all while falling in love. So it's like a bit of a rom-com as well, which I love.
That is so sweet as well. You know, I mean, I all the time I tell my parents and my friends that, you know, I feel like I belong in the 20s and 30s. So maybe going there would, I don't know, make me feel like I relate or I belong there in a way. I'm so gonna go.
Yeah, I would totally recommend anyone, especially if you've never been to a musical before. This is one for the ages. It's got international success in Japan, Australia, around the world. So make it your mission to get a ticket and to see it live. It's only going to be there for a short time. And also just shout out to Dubai Opera for consistently bringing such epic shows. And dropping them, and it's like if you don't go, you'll kind of miss it. Like there's amazing shows going on down at Dubai Opera, and this is going to be one of them. Especially, I feel like getting into the winter Christmas spirit.
Oh my God, I'm so, by the way, like yesterday I was sitting back like in my bed, and I was like, I had a Christmas playlist play just so I can get into the vibes of like Christmas. And I was thinking, oh my God, what do I want to do this Christmas? I want to enjoy it and I want to have fun as well. So actually it's very exciting. And as you said, it's perfect Christmas vibes.
happening from 30th of November until December 14th. Let's jump into our next story. PSA to all drivers, use your headlights. So a Dubai-based blogger recently took to TikTok with a PSA that's sparking some conversation. I'd love your thoughts on this one. She is urging drivers to double check your headlights when driving at night. Basically saying, people of Dubai, you've got to make sure your headlights are on. The streets might be amazingly well lit, but without your headlights, you're practically invisible in my mirrors. When you're like changing lanes, going behind me, you're like a ghost.
So what do you think? Are we overlooking this simple safety check, or is this just a rare oversight? I think, personally, that we are living in a bubble, right? And because, like as she said, the streets are well lit, we don't really recognize that sometimes not having our headlights on might be extreme danger for your own self and as well for the driver.
And illegal.
Exactly, and illegal as well. And sometimes you might forget, you know, because when I first started driving, I remember getting in the car and I would forget to have my headlights on. However, I would have like cars beeping at me and I would not understand why. And I'd be like, oh my God, what is happening? What's going on? And they would like try to pass by me and explain that your headlights are not on. And I can say that I survived a couple of almost accidents due to that.
Well, let's preface this with Dubai law dictates that you must use your headlights at night and during foggy weather. Failure to switch on could result in a 500 dirham fine and 4 black points. I didn't know.
I'm all for that. I really am all for that, Casey, because like I'm telling you, if I can explain to you how I could have gotten into an accident, that was like horrific, and that was all because my headlights were off. Yeah. But I was like younger, you know, like that was like years ago, not now.
So now you know to have them on.
For sure.
I didn't know that though.
You should. You really.
No, but like I know I should by law, but I did not know. I grew up in country roads, and I thought that you only have your headlights on when there's no lights around, because, and then you turn them off when cars are coming forward towards you, because you'll. This is literally new information for me, because when your headlights are on, the oncoming car, you'll
get blindsided.
They'll get blindsided and they won't be able to drive. So I did not know. So blogger, sorry, I don't have your name in front of me. Let me get that. I apologize, because I was one of those people who did not know that. And also, my lights are terrible.
Really?
Yeah, they're really terrible. And I always felt uncomfortable putting on my headlights. Spirited Side Chick on TikTok, thank you. Because this is new information. Thank God I haven't been fined to date. Seriously, new information.
No, it's actually, you know, they only have those fines because like it is very dangerous, you know, because like when you're driving, you literally cannot see the cars behind you from the lights, right? And specifically like at night. And sometimes at night, if you're driving like let's say at 4 a.m., getting back from like I don't know, you picked up your friend or your mom or from an airport or any sort of that. You know
4 a.m.
Exactly, it's 4 a.m. and you're driving. Now there's another driver who is driving so fast because they think that the roads are empty and they own the roads, right? And however, if they don't see your headlights, you are gonna be putting your life in danger, and as well the other driver's life in danger.
So the rules are there for a reason, and the fines are there for a reason. So I hope everyone isn't as silly as me. Yeah. Keep your headlights on or expect fines. If you'd like to see more on that or any of the stories that we covered today, you'll find them on our Instagram feed. Also, we go live in podcast format. You can get the whole show there. We'd really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button as well, wherever you get your podcast from. 8:53 on this Tuesday morning. That brings us to the end of the show. Thank you, Farah.
Thank you, Casey.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.